Local 22 News starts now with your forecast first.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Sky Tracker meteorologist Torrance Gosher. 11 o'clock on your Sunday night, still rather chilly for some. But, 11 degrees is our average overnight low, so we're on track to head towards that. Temperature sitting throughout the teens north, low 20s south. The bigger story is going to be the weather come Tuesday, though a few light snow showers are dotting the landscape, say right around western Adirondacks through western New York. This system down here is going to sit there for about a day, and then it all slides north for Tuesday. And that is going to make for some interesting weather. Tomorrow morning we start off with a few clouds, but those clouds do give way to more sunshine. And then we're diving right back into the snow. We'll talk about that in totals coming up here on Local 22 News.
Vermont State Police is investigating the death of a skier at Jay Peak Resort this weekend and preparing themselves to be leaders of the future. Dozens of Vermont teens head to a pop-up college in Plainfield. Plus, tax season is underway, but bad news, you may be getting a little bit less this year around.
From WVNY, this is Local 22 News at 11.
Good evening and thanks for joining us on this Sunday night. I'm Spencer Conlon. We'll get to all those stories in just a moment, but first we are going to begin with some winter storm coverage. We've been talking about it over the last couple of days. The next winter storm is on its way. For the latest on what we're in for, Sky Tracker meteorologist is in the Torrance Gosher first. Let's get your name right. He's over in the Weather Center. He's been tracking it. Tori, what are we looking at?
Spencer, the biggest difference between last night and tonight is that we're starting to see these winter storm warnings and watches be posted. Not that they're in effect right now, but by Tuesday afternoon, they will go into effect. All of the North Country and northern Vermont is in the warning, with southern Vermont and all of New Hampshire under a watch. So timing it all out, Tuesday morning is rather quiet, but that snow does arrive during the early afternoon, becoming widespread for the commute home. So keep that in mind. Your ride home on Tuesday will take you longer than normal. And areas in southern Vermont, southern New Hampshire will likely see sleet mixing in, making it for even a bit icier. But Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning, that is when the storm will be at its peak, and it'll be producing some of the heaviest snow bands. That being said, snow-covered roads will be going without being said, and poor visibility, reduced visibility as well. So do take your time Tuesday night into early Wednesday morning. If you don't have to be on the roads, best off not to be on the roads. So as we showed you earlier, the moisture that's sitting down south, essentially Washington, D.C., all the way out towards, say, Memphis, that is all going to phase into a low pressure system that's going to provide us with the snow as we head into Tuesday. Here's a look at future tracker heading into Tuesday morning. That low pressure system works its way in, and here is 6 o'clock on your Tuesday afternoon. Widespread snow, and it is going to make for a doozy come Wednesday morning as well. So Spencer, still lots more to talk about, including those snow totals. We'll break down all of that coming up in just a few short minutes, but for now, back to you.
Tori, thank you. Vermont State Police is investigating the death tonight of a skier at Jay Peak. Police say Bruce Sharon of West Montreal was seriously injured shortly before 1 o'clock this afternoon. The 68-year-old had apparently lost a ski prior to striking several trees along the edge of the trail. Jay Peak Ski Patrol quickly extricated Sharon from the scene, but he later died of those injuries sustained in the crash. The death is still under investigation tonight. Anyone who saw the crash is asked to call State Police in Derby. In tonight's Crime Watch, a Vermont man is arrested after more than 200 bags of heroin were found inside his car. State Police say Russell Santamore of Warren was stopped in Waterbury Saturday evening. Troopers wound up searching the vehicle, which led to the discovery of 210 bags of heroin and multiple items of drug paraphernalia. The 40-year-old was issued a citation. He'll be in court in April. To education matters now, Vermont high school students took part in some hands-on learning this weekend at a pop-up college in Plainfield. Local 22's Courtney Kramer spent some time there this afternoon, and she has the story.
Dozens of Vermont high school students delved deeper into their interests Sunday at a pop-up college in Plainfield.
Governor's Institute is an opportunity for students to do intensive, hands-on, minds-on learning in a college setting.
On the former Goddard College campus, students spent the weekend honing skills in a subject they're passionate about, from art to technology and environmental science.
We've been working on our own projects. Mine is a system that makes the Mario theme song.
Luke Corey is a sophomore from Bennington. He's interested in pursuing engineering, so he's taking part in the microcontrollers program, learning about coding and wiring.
Getting the wiring right is a big deal as well. The wiring isn't as strict as the coding, however, and there's a lot of code for this.
Elsewhere on campus, students were learning about youth leadership.
They're the future, and anything they could do to help them work towards the future issues, current issues.
Ken has been teaching at the Governor's Institute for more than 15 years. This year, students used logic and teamwork to protect their eggs from a fall.
It's broken. It did not break.
We talk about the roles, the goals, and how we function as a team. They recognize that it's important to hear from all the people involved.
There was also biological illustration, directing theater productions, and a backpack journalism program. Organizers say it gives students the opportunity to learn about things they wouldn't otherwise have the chance to.
We know that schools in Vermont and opportunities aren't equal, so we're trying to level that playing field by giving all of our students access to really high-level tools.
Courtney Kramer, Local 22 News, Plainsfield.
And the Governor's Institute also runs more than 10 programs during the summer. Staff say any student is able to attend regardless of their financial situation. To news now happening around the nation this weekend. The list of Democratic presidential hopefuls continues to grow. Senator Amy Klobuchar entered the race earlier today from a snowy Minnesota. Klobuchar is widely known for her moderate politics. She says she will continue to denounce the polarization in Washington and the divisiveness in political discourse.
We are tired of the shutdowns and the showdowns, of the gridlock and the grandstanding. Today, on this snowy day on this island, we say enough is enough.
That diverse Democratic primary field is already making waves with a record number of women now competing for that nomination. Meanwhile, Virginia's governor making his first public appearance in a week on Saturday, paying his respects to a fallen officer. And in his first interview since the scandal over that controversial yearbook photo broke, saying he will not resign. Here's Zachary Quiche with the very latest.
Embattled Virginia Governor Ralph Northam, in an interview with CBS News, said he has no plans to step down.
I really think that I'm in a position where I can take Virginia to the next level, and it will be very positive.
The calls for his resignation began more than a week ago after this picture from his 1984 medical school yearbook page surfaced. He says he has learned from this, and there is still a lot of work to do.
We have a number of inequities in this country right now and in Virginia, and we're in a position to really stop talking so much and now to take action.
The state's lieutenant governor, Justin Fairfax, also under fire after 2 women have come forward with sexual assault allegations. Vanessa Tyson claims Fairfax forced her to perform oral sex back in 2004, and Meredith Watson says Fairfax raped her in 2000 while both were students at Duke.
We'll have our say. I'm confident in the truth. Thank you all so much.
Fairfax issuing a statement saying, "In both situations, I knew at the time and I know today that the interactions were consensual." Now he's calling for the FBI to investigate the accusations. The governor agrees.
We need to get to the truth.
As many continue to call for his resignation, Fairfax now faces the threat of impeachment.
He needs to resign immediately. Should the lieutenant governor fail to do so, on Monday, I intend to introduce articles of impeachment.
Lawyers for both women released statements saying their clients are ready and prepared to testify at impeachment hearings should the article pass.
Zachary Quiche reporting this weekend for us in Richmond, Virginia. Well, it is tax season, and it's off to a slower start apparently this year, and early filers are actually seeing smaller average refunds. The Internal Revenue Service says the average refund so far is down about 8% under the first full year of the overhaul tax code. Refunds for early filers average $1,865. That's compared to $2,035 for the 2017 tax year. The total number of returns received by the IRS are also dipping during the first week of the season, which ended February 1st. It's down about 2 million returns from about 18 million at this point last season to some 16 million so far this year. Coming up, it's been 15 years since Maura Murray vanished in Haverhill, New Hampshire, but friends and family, they're still looking for answers. Stay with us.